If you can't hear us at the back, just wave because we don't know whether you can. Or you can't? Okay, so we'll change the mic.
I think they can hear you now because they were able to wave. That's an indication they could hear you, right? Especially the person who waved could hear us. So, is this better? Are you able to now hear? Okay. Thanks, Sangeeta, for the opportunity bringing me into the conversation here. So 11 years US when I was returning back to India, primarily returned back to get started with the company. And that time it was a completely different experience because obviously as a first generation, pretty much everybody here, it's a first generation entrepreneur, right? Because we don't come from the entrepreneurial background. So while thinking about starting a company, one of the key requirement, right, would be the funds that we need to kind of start big. If at all we are starting, especially in the US, it's not easy to get started with the kind of the funds that you have or whatever you are able to earn from employment. So that is one of the triggering factor to say, okay, if at all I'm going to start something, I have to come back to India. And also thinking about it, saying I grew up in India, was there as a student, everything. I thought I knew the Indian market better from that context. So came back to India to get started. Few things, takeaways I would say that we are really happy about when we think about it. First 2-3 years only it was a different journey. I'll touch on it at a later, some other point, not this one. But 2010 when we are into content management system is a simple thing. Web application. Please maintain silence because your noise will be more visual audible to others than mine. So 2010 the company when we decided to move from training we decided to move to completely software development. One of the reasons on the training we targeted the Indian market and started offering training services in Tamil Nadu, but then soon realized that coming from the US background with 11 years in the US, everything, we can tap into the customer base and obviously when you can get some revenues from US, it's an attractive this one. So we switched to the software development and with focus on the US clients, right? We started off with the web application and later on we added mobile application services, analytics and a lot more like chatbot solution, IoT, everything. So having done that, in spite of all the technologies, everything that we added, what makes us really happy when we look back is in 2010, we are about 10 to 15 team members, right? And started off there. In the last 9 years, the company has grown to 400 plus team members, right? Especially in Chennai, we don't have too many offices. In Chennai is our primary delivery center in Weimar Road near Perungudi. And the most important thing in that journey, right, from 10 people to 400 plus team members, couple of things that we are really proud about, right? This is the attrition, people leaving the organization and joining other organizations because we are into the services. Product and services are two different type of companies. IT services in Pakambode, usually the attrition, people resigning and moving on to other companies. It will be more than average could be more than 20% or so. That is quite common. But in our company, we were able to luckily be, the way we have been able to grow is retain the existing talent where our attrition for the last 9 years will average up to 4%, which is much less than the industry average, right? And one of the key factors for that is in the company majority of the people, 70% of the talent out of the 400 plus team members, 70% of them are homegrown talent. எப்படின்னா அவங்களுக்கு இந்த ஜாப்ல இதுதான் அவங்களோட ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டைம் இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு கம்பெனில ஒர்க் பண்ணுது, where majority of them come through campus recruitment, like fresh talent, through campus recruitment from various colleges and off-campus recruitment also from various freshers coming out and looking for an opportunity, everything. So அவங்களுக்குலாம் opportunity கொடுத்து we could grow the company and that is one of the key reasons for retaining the talent also. That is something when we look back at the journey as a company, we are really happy about. I'll pass it on back to the forum.